The psychological traps women use without knowing it. They don't even realize they're doing it, but it works every single time. You've fallen for one of these before, maybe today, maybe right now, because women have psychological patterns that trigger reactions without them planning it. They're not manipulative, not intentionally. It's human instinct, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. Let's start with the first one. It's invisible, it's ancient, and it makes you chase. When a woman slightly pulls away, emotionally or physically, your brain fires an alarm. You start wondering, did I do something wrong? Your mind starts chasing clarity. That's the distance trap. It's not a game. It's biology. The moment someone withdraws, your dopamine spikes. You crave their attention even more. It's the same chemical loop that keeps gamblers hooked on slot machines. Unpredictable reward equals obsession. And here's the twist. Most women don't do it consciously. It's instinct. Their subtle silence or mood shift triggers your pursuit. It flips the balance of power instantly. But that's not the only trap. Some are emotional. Some are social. Some are pure psychology. Ever notice how some women talk about other men around you without really talking about them? They're testing emotional value. When you show no jealousy, they get curious. When you show too much, they lose interest. It's a subconscious filter, a way to see how stable your emotions really are. And then comes the empathy trap. Women are naturally more expressive. They share pain stories, they open up, and when they do, your protector instinct activates. You feel closer, you feel connected, you feel needed. But here's the catch. Your brain confuses empathy with attraction. You start feeling emotionally invested. You want to be there for her. And now you're hooked. All from one vulnerable moment. If you've ever thought, I can't stop thinking about her, chances are you fell into one of these emotional feedback loops. But let's go deeper. There's one trap so powerful that even experts fall for it. It's called mirroring. When a woman copies your tone, your gestures, or the rhythm of speaking, it feels like chemistry. It feels like connection, but it's psychological alignment. Your brain sees similarity as safety, and safety feels like love. She's not pretending, she's syncing, subconsciously. Humans do it to bond, but in dating psychology, it's a double-edged sword, because the moment she mirrors your energy, your guard drops. You start revealing more. You start trusting faster. And that's when the attraction loop begins. Your brain rewards the feeling of being understood, even if it's just chemistry, not compatibility. Here's the crazy part. Every one of these traps is rooted in survival, not manipulation, not control, survival. In ancient times, women needed to read emotion fast, to survive danger, to connect deeply, to protect their tribe. That same instinct runs today in relationships, texts, and even social media. Have you ever noticed how some women post something vague online? Not a selfie, not a quote, just something that makes you wonder. That's a modern version of the curiosity trap. It's open-ended. You fill in the blanks. Your mind becomes the story. And once your brain starts filling blanks, you get emotionally involved, without even realizing it. Now let's flip it, because there's another side no one talks about. Women fall into their own traps too. Yes, this same instincts they use can turn against them. When a woman distances herself to create attraction, sometimes the man detaches completely. When she mirrors too much, she loses her own identity. When she seeks empathy, she can attract the wrong kind of attention. It's all unconscious psychology playing out like a hidden script. You react, she reacts. Nobody knows who started it. But here's something even deeper. Real attraction doesn't come from games. It comes from emotional regulation, from being centered while everything else is chaos. That's why the people who stay calm, who don't chase, who don't get lost in the feedback loop, are the ones everyone wants. Because calm is rare, and rare equals value. Now imagine you start seeing these patterns in real time. You see the distance, the mirroring, the emotional hooks, but instead of reacting, you just observe. You don't chase validation. You don't feed the loop. You create mystery instead of falling into it. That's when psychology flips in your favor, because mystery creates magnetism, and awareness creates control. You stop being reactive. You start being intentional. You start understanding attraction for what it really is, not a game of manipulation, but a dance of instincts. And the wild part is, once you see through these psychological traps, you realize they were never hers to begin with. They're human. We all use them. We all fall for them. So next time you feel pulled in by mixed signals, silence, or emotional highs, pause. Watch the pattern. Ask yourself, is this connection or conditioning? Because most people don't fall in love with others. They fall in love with the feeling others trigger. And if you can master that awareness, you win the game no one even knows they're playing. Subscribe before you forget, because the next video goes even deeper into how attraction actually rewires your brain. And trust me, that one's even crazier. Would you survive these traps? Drop your thoughts below